Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. As we hit the middle of the trading week, we're looking towards CPI data. Gold falling quite rapidly off its record peak towards 2,800, now trading more towards 2,600. But interestingly enough, on the daily chart, just put this trend line in from the lowest peak that we had at the pretty much the year low just as we moved into February. And if you look closely, we're just seeing this trend line emerge of a fine support here. But at 2,600 is what we're looking at now as the next psychological level, obviously. So we're just a few dollars short from there. But if we look just how far from 2,700 that we were looking as a really firm support there, crashing through quite significantly. So the strength of the dollar, the Donald Trump new regime coming into play, he's obviously going to start making decisions before he's even in the White House in January. So this is why we're seeing quite a strong dollar in the near term. Gold falling quite significantly, as you can see here. So we're just now testing to see if this particular trend line is going to start breaking. If it does close below 25.90 approximately, then we are expecting more of a deeper correction, really deep, and possibly going back to levels that we haven't seen for a few months at least. We saw quite a big move in the markets for the last 3 or 4 months, moving over a few $100s at a time. So it's been really progressive. However, the correction was always coming, but this is the reason that we're seeing at the moment. So CPI data could put a bit of an end to that, but it's not really looking like it's going to have such a big impact in the market later on today. On the other side of that, we're just looking at other instruments and looking at Bitcoin and just seeing the vast momentum that we're seeing at the moment, hitting 90,000 for the first time ever. But since the presidential election, as you can see, moving over $10,000 in such a short space of time. We've seen big moves on Bitcoin before. However, this has really come out of another ball game, let's say. So we're just seeing now that price action is moving, it's just starting to consolidate now, just being slightly choppy, moving just a few $100s to the upside and downside. So 90,000 is where we're seeing the big resistance area at the moment, and we'll just point that out roughly here. We're just seeing now if we can break that, then could we get to 100,000 before the end of the year is possible. You know, Bitcoin was quite favorable for the Donald Trump, not only Donald Trump, but his whole regime. So we're just seeing now that it's coming into play, and now Bitcoin is really starting to take off even further. On the other side of this, we've had oil. Just have a quick look at that. That's really tanked at the moment. It's starting to move a bit lower. OPEC estimates for next year that it won't really be such a high regarded asset as well. So we could be looking as low as $50 to $45 in the next few months for oil. So we haven't really seen these prices for quite a long time. Let's just put it back on the daily chart. We haven't really seen these prices on oil for quite some time now, going right back to possibly the end of 2020, 2021, when the pandemic was actually in full swing. So we're just seeing now what the emergence is of the oil as well. But yeah, gold in the near term, I know I'm going back and forth on the markets, but it's a lot to get through at the moment. We're just seeing now, like I said, if we're going to start moving through this particular trading zone, which is a confluence of the 2600 area. Let's just point that out as well, so we're not losing anything, any data. Roughly about there, just flirting around that particular zone at the moment, but it is looking likely that we could start crashing through quite quickly. So let me know what you're trading on. Let me know what you think. Is gold going to keep moving lower, deeper correction, or we're going to get more of a firm support and a move higher? Let me know what you think. And as usual, trade responsibly. I will speak again next time. Bye for now.